saw in the preview, we're going to be shaving with the Lord razor. First impressions, this thing is light. It's lighter than my Gentleman John's razor, and it's even lighter than my aluminum 1952 Gillette black tip. That's the plastic tip. That was kind of an experimental razor. This thing is light. And today we're not doing any watch showings, or wrist checks, I should say. I was debating on what I was gonna shave with as far as soap. I didn't want to use my normal really nice soaps because this isn't really about the soap. So decided to go with the Presso because a lot of people use Presso. I was either going to do that or the Barbasol 1919, but ended up going with the Presso and just a cheap synthetic brush. So this razor, when I bought it, it was the cheapest one on Amazon, and it came in at $5.29, which is cheap. So you can pick up Presso for about $10. Your cheapest brush is probably around $10 if you just got a cheap synthetic. I think this one was $12.99. And then blades, you can get 100 pack of blades for like $7. And if you know anything, most people probably don't know, Lord actually produces the shark blades that I have, which is, they're located in Egypt. And it's funny, the packaging says, Lord's Tools and Razor is made according to the high standards to give you a premium shave you can ever get. So their English conversion wasn't too great. Its durable metal parts hold the blade at the perfect angle to the face. The critical angle along with the Lord blade make your shaving smooth and close all day long. So I've never used Lord blades, so I don't know if they're just similar to the shark blades or if they actually produce a bunch. I know they have several different blades they do produce. Can't go wrong with Presso for shave soap. So we might have a bloody bath, or it might be an okay shave. I'm not expecting to be the best shave, for sure. Just depends on how aggressive they made the razor. Now, with it being so light, it's gonna be really hard to, not really hard, but you know, you don't get with the gravity. Typically you want to hold your razor as light as possible and let gravity do the work. Well, if your razor is so light, then gravity's gonna have a tough time. Maybe they should call it the zero gravity razor. Can feel the menthol. So if we do get cut, maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe I'll do this razor again with the shark blade or the derby blade, the ones I know that won't cut my face, if this does cut. Man, this thing is so light, it's very weird. There we go. So far so good. But I don't typically cut myself up here. It'll be either right here or down here. I can tell you, having to put your own pressure, definitely an uneasy feeling. And if you're new to wet shaving, typically it's not what you want to do. Definitely hear the feedback from the blade. It's definitely a sharp blade. Sharp, not shark. I noticed when I listen back sometimes to my videos, when I say shark, it sounds like I'm saying sharp because of my accent. Looks like we did get a pimple there. Still need to get a, yeah, this is a little pimple. Oh, I got two little nicks, so we already got more nicks than normal. Definitely not the most comfortable shave. Which I do have a small pimple right there. And one over here that didn't cut. But this one right here is not hardly raised. I think that one is. We'll go for pass 2. I'm not going to go against the grain or anything like that. With this shave, oops, wrong one. And always just mix up in a cup, because you can actually take a little bit of lather and make a lot instead of going right back on top of the soap. Plus it keeps your soap cleaner anyway. Definitely feel the menthol. Smearing the blood around. Should be good enough. Like I said, we should do the same pass with the grain. Looks like the first pass got most of the hair. Definitely trying to do a lot more concentrating on this one. It's like I got a little nick down here as well. So if you wanted to see a bloodbath, get a small one. Definitely don't like having to put pressure. Like I said, we might try this with a different blade and see. The shape itself looks pretty good. Nick here. So let's count the nicks. 1, 2, 3. Maybe barely one right there. So it'll be 4, and then 5 if you count the one at the bottom. And you know, if you watch the channel, sometimes I'll get usually 1 or 2, lately none. So it may pay to spend just a little bit more money to get a little bit nicer razor. Because you got this, well, you don't have to. That's the other thing. You can, the same cheap razor, you know, you can buy a can of Barbasol. Shout out to Sinatra Lennon, the Barbasol man. And you can shave with that too. Like I said, I really need an septic pen. Is it septic? Antiseptic? Septic? I think it's septic. Alright, let's put some Thayers on here. The Thayers facial toner. Definitely not a turbo shave. It's almost, with getting those nicks, it's definitely very similar to, I would say, a cartridge razor shave. Just get those guys to stop bleeding, it would be great. So anyway, that concludes this shave. Hope everybody has a great week. Hope you enjoyed that slightly brutal shave. Wasn't too bad. And happy shaving, and see you later.